Hi everyone, welcome back to Real Pager Patty. I'm your host Patty, and in today's video we are going to be talking about Planet Fitness and them allowing a biological male with a penis to use the women's locker room and further revoking a member's membership due to the fact that she took a picture to show as evidence that he was in the women's locker room. This is absolutely outrageous. It's another attack on us women. And my biggest question to feminists is, where are you? Where are you protecting women's rights where we are actually losing our rights? Women today have less rights because of the brainwashing and indoctrination for allowing this mental illness behavior to be considered normal when it's not. I'm going to provide you the details of the story, what the company has said in return, and why this is actually happening and how it is so threatening to us women. This past Monday, a woman in Alaska, Patricia Silva, went to Planet Fitness to use their gym facilities. Upon entering the locker room, she saw a man with a penis shaving in the women's locker room, not the men's locker room. She also added that there was a 12-year-old looking girl wearing a towel. The company revoked her membership because she took a picture proving that a biological male is using the women's locker room. How insane of the company to protect a man using a women's locker room because he identified as queer, LGBT, and he felt like he had the right to be there. What right do you have as a man to be changing, shaving, being even present in the women's locker room? Your locker room is the men's locker room where you belong with your male genitalia, not in the female's locker room. Now, this is the craziest part of the story. This is what the company said about this. As the home of the judgment-free zone, Planet Fitness is committed to create an inclusive environment. Let's start right there. You are a gym company and you want to create an inclusive environment. Just like with diversity, equity, inclusion, it is all a brainwashing lie pushing the woke left agenda on our population. This is not normal. This is mental illness, and you are promoting inclusivity. You are a gym. Your job is to provide equipment that we pay to use. Furthermore, they said, our gender identity non-discrimination policy states that members and guests may use the gym facilities that best align with their sincere self-reported gender identity. So your physical parts, your male genitalia, your penis, it doesn't matter. That is not what you identified with as your gender. You now feel like you are a woman, so you are entitled with your male genitalia to go to the female with female genitalia locker room because you feel like it. That's a feeling you have. It isn't logical, of course, the fact that you have male genitalia. It is normal that you feel that way, so you can just go ahead and use whatever locker room you please. Furthermore, the company said that the member who posted on social media violated our mobile device policy that prohibits taking photos of individuals in the locker room, which resulted in their membership being terminated. This company revoked this woman's membership because she proved with evidence of taking a physical picture that a man was using the locker room, and they said to that they have a policy that she violated. So it is not violating not only company's policy for a man to use the locker room, violating women's rights, their basic rights to their own female genitalia, then now a man with a male genitalia can go to the women's locker room, and that is not violating your company policy nor women's rights? What? This company stood behind a man that identified as LGBT queer, saying that he feels like he's a woman, so he has the right to use a woman's locker room, even though he has a penis and there was a young girl in the locker room. Even if there was nobody in the locker room, it doesn't matter. This is a man using a women's locker room. My question is, where are you feminists that are pretending that you are so for women's rights when a man is violating the only right you have as a woman that makes you different, and that is having your female genitalia, not male genitalia? Where are the women protecting children and young girls and young women and women in general from men invading our public spaces, participating in women's sports, going to women's locker rooms? There are so many of these cases coming up now where people feel like something, they identify as something, so they're going to violate your rights as a woman. That is unacceptable. I would rather protect a member with male genitalia using the women's locker room violating women's rights as women, rather than admitting this is a man using a man's locker room and to remove him immediately. This is the problem with all of these woke companies pushing the woke left Democrat agenda onto everyone's lives, thinking this is normal when it's not. Every single person in this country should cancel their membership with Planet Fitness immediately. The way how we speak up as a nation is done with our wallet. If everyone stopped buying products these companies manufacture that are poisoning us, if we stopped using their facilities, if we stopped ordering packages from them, if we stopped watching their movies, if we stopped watching their shows, they would eventually lose a lot of money and realize that this is not what we want. This is not what the majority of this country wants. Yet they push it to you to brainwash you and indoctrinate you to think this is normal when it's not. You have a biological man with male genitalia shaving in a woman's locker room, and the woman who reported the incident has her membership revoked. She, as a woman, has the right to be in the locker room, violated a policy of taking a picture, and a man being in a locker's room did not violate any policy or our rights as women. This is truly unbelievable. We as women are having our rights taken away from us by biological males because they feel a certain way. It's not logical when you look at an X chromosome, Y chromosome. You are either female or you are male, and we have separate bathrooms, separate genders, separate identities. But it's okay. Whatever you feel is who you are. It's totally okay that a man with a penis goes to a woman's locker room. That is normal. He did not violate any policy. The woman who proved that this happened violated the policy. Women need to stand up against this. Where, again, are the feminists? Where are you that you're protesting on the street for abortion because you are sleeping around carelessly and do not want to take responsibility? Where are the women who are saying that this is my body, my choice? Why don't I get a choice who goes in there? There shouldn't even be a choice. It's just a woman's locker room, not a man's locker room. I hope people understand how serious this is and that it really makes you think that a woman proved that a man was in the locker's room and she was the one punished for having the right to be in the woman's locker room because she's a woman, and a biological male who identified as queer, LGBT, feels like he has the right to be there, so he is using a locker room with the young girls and young women and women in general present. This is unacceptable. This company needs to be canceled, needs to be boycotted, and people need to cancel their memberships and have the company take accountability for their actions. This is unacceptable to us women that you now have to compete everywhere with a man, now including the women's locker room with a biological male with a penis. Thank you so much for watching. As always, may God bless you, may God bless America, and I'll see you in my next episode.